Hey everybody. Before we get into this semester and into the different activities and lessons that we're going to learn this year, I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and share with you guys a little quick walkthrough tutorial on how to navigate through my page so that you're not terribly lost. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm looking at my page for my face-to-face students. The page for my virtual students is almost completely identical except for one difference. The only difference is that at the top here, the virtual students will see two links, a link here and a link here. Those links are to virtual webcam Google Meets pages where you can visit with me in basically a live video conference at these set times. Those of you that are face-to-face, this is what you'll see. Here are my office hours. I'm available for you Tuesday mornings from this time to this time, and then Thursday afternoons from this time to this time. If you need to come in a little bit earlier, I can accommodate you. If you need to stay a little later, I can accommodate you. If you need to come in on a different day and time, that's perfectly fine as well. Just let me know in advance. These are the days that I'm guaranteed to be available. If you need availability on another time, just see me then, or let me know so that I wait up for you. Anyway, then you have this picture, which is just a little bit of art decoration for me. I created this little icon with a picture of me in a beanbag chair and a book and an important cup of coffee so that you can always identify which class is mine. But your classes are going to look identical. You're going to have this welcome folder, class information and resources folder, Turnitin information folder. This folder is hidden from you right now. I haven't published it, but once the year rolls in, you will have access to this folder. And then a banner. This is just so that I could put this picture here. You can ignore this. Excuse me. So let me walk you through this real quick. Excuse me again. So this is a welcome folder, and this is just a folder for you to, you can click right here and you can watch a couple of videos. One video is where I introduce myself, a little bit about me, and a little bit about dual credit. And then there's another video where I give you access to the TED Talk that I gave that I'm really proud of. So that's just a little welcome video, a little welcome folder. Then this folder right here, class information and resources, this is your syllabus, which is basically like your Bible for this semester. It's the most important document of the entire semester. You're going to need to be familiar with this document and what it has in it. As your professor, I will hold you responsible for every bit of information that's in it, and I will not hold you responsible for anything that is not in it. Here's my contact information with my remind codes, as well as my email address and my school phone number in case you need to get in touch with me. I will tell you that remind is the quickest way to get in touch with me. And if that doesn't work, you can always email me. I check my remind multiple times a day. I check my email multiple times a day. If neither of those work, you can, if you want, call me. But I do not check my phone but like once a day. So if it's important, send me a remind or an email. Okay, and then here are the class scope and sequence. This is college terminology. Basically, this is, in simple terms, what is dual credit? What's it about? What does it look like? What are you responsible for? And then this is a page to my teacher website, and it has all sorts of links. And let me open this real quick just to show you something. It has a drop-down menu. So my links are organized by these different topics. And so you can click on here, click on go, and it takes you to this page, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if you need any information about any of these topics, go here. Okay. In this class, you're not going to be submitting things to Schoology. You're going to be submitting things to a website called Turnitin. It's a plagiarism checker. It's basically just a depository for your assignments. but it checks your plagiarism, it checks your word count, your page count, things like that. And it basically prevents plagiarism. So you're going to be submitting everything to turn it in, because plagiarism, especially when it comes to writing tons of essays, is a big deal. So make sure that you pay attention to this folder. And there are a couple of videos how to log in to turn it in, how to submit assignments once you've logged in. And in order to log in, you're going to need a class ID and enrollment key. Those are right here. Okay, make sure you choose the one that is related to your specific class period. So pay attention to your schedule. And then this folder, which you don't have access to yet, this is probably the most important folder on my page. I've broken down the entire semester based on units. So here's Unit 1. These are the dates, and this is not an accurate date. That'll be changing. But these are the dates that it'll be active. Okay, you click on this folder. It has the Unit 1 objectives. These are the things that you're going to be learning by the end of this unit. There's a discussion board here. If you have any questions throughout the course of the unit that you didn't get to ask me in person or you didn't think of until you were at home, just drop your question right here. I will check this multiple times a day and I will respond. If you happen to see a question in here that you also want to know the answer to, you can give that question a like. They have a little thumbs up feature in here. Or if you know the answer to a student's question, you can help them with it. Then you'll see this. You'll see this, week 1. Here are the dates for week 1. You click on this. You'll see this week at a glance. This is just a document that lets you know what we're going to be doing this whole week so that you can kind of wrap your head around it. Then inside the week 1, you'll have Monday through Friday folders. So if you want to know what's coming up on Monday, click here. There's no school on Monday, so this folder is empty. Tuesday, here's what's going on today. This document, you can open this up and it'll explain what we're doing that day. And it'll have attached in this folder any assignments that we're doing that day. Okay, and so you can kind of go through, and I'm not going to upload the whole week at a time. They've asked me to upload one day at a time so that you guys don't get too far ahead or behind. So I will be doing it one day at a time. So just so you know, this is what it looks like, okay? And then so once week 1 ends and week 2 begins, you'll see a week 2 folder with the dates in the same exact format, same exact color folders and everything, with a week at a glance as well. And importantly, as the week ends and we go on to the next week, this week's folder will become unavailable so that you're not having to click through a bunch of different folders. Okay, so this week's folder will go away. It'll be replaced with week 2 and so on and so forth. Once unit 1 is over, this whole folder will disappear and you'll have access to unit 2's folder with the dates and everything, same exact format with the objectives, a discussion board for questions you can ask, and then each week done just like this. So this is what it looks like. Here are my office hours down here as well. Here's my classroom number in case you need it. And that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know.